For the last 10 years, we've all had one goal. Rank number one on Google, right? But what if that's not the whole game anymore? What if you're winning the Google battle but losing the AI war? You go to ChatGPT or Perplexity or the new Grok and you ask it a question you know you're the expert on. And it quotes your competitor. It's like all your hard work on Google just doesn't matter. What if I told you there was a way to stop it? What if you could build a strategy that makes you rank on both Google and the new AI engine? Well, that's exactly what I've been digging into. I've been studying what's working right now in this new world. And honestly, the strategy is simpler than you think, but it requires a huge mindset shift. Stick around because I'm going to share 5 actionable tips to stop being invisible and start getting your brand cited by AI. This is the new AI SEO blueprint. All right, let's dive into the first big myth. The myth is that SEO is SEO. We've all been trained to think one way. Find a keyword, write an article, build some links, that blue link to the top of Google. But here's the problem. On Google, user asks a question and gets a list of links. They choose where to go. On AI engines, a user asks a question and gets an answer. The AI does the work for them. This means your goal is no longer just to rank. Your new goal is being cited. This new game is called GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization, or AI SEO. And the rules are different. The entire strategy is built on this one core idea. AI models hate relying on a single source. They are built to find consensus. So if your amazing article only exists in one place, your blog, the AI sees it as just one data point. It's risky. But if it sees your brand, your ideas, and your solutions mentioned in multiple places, that's consensus, that's authority, that's what gets you cited, especially when people are using the deep search method. You see, with the deep research method, the AI goes out and starts scrolling through a bunch of websites while you wait there on your computer, and it compiles all the data, those hundreds of thousands of tokens, and then gives you the answer based on whatever it found. So the more you're found and cited across all of those answers, the higher the chances you have of being recommended. So how do you build this consensus? That brings us to tip number 1. Let's talk about your content workflow. How many times have you done this? You write a 2,000-word blog post, you hit publish, you send it to your email list, and you're done. You move on to the next one. That's the set it and forget it myth. And in the world of GEO, it's a disaster. Here's the kicker. AI engines are actively crawling and indexing social media and hundreds of thousands of websites. They're on X, they're on Reddit, they're on LinkedIn. When we look at the sources Perplexity uses, it's not just websites. It's pulling from all of these places. This means you need to syndicate your content. Take that 2,000-word blog post and here's your new workflow. Turn the 5 key takeaways into a punchy X thread. Take the main idea and write a short, sharp LinkedIn post about it. Find relevant subreddits where people are asking questions and write a helpful answer that summarizes your post. And reach out to as many blogs as possible in your niche to get your content in there. Or use a backlink exchange network like Rebel Growth so you automatically get spread out across hundreds of users that are talking about the same thing. You're not just repurposing, you're intentionally creating multiple data points all over the web. Make sure the main keyword is in all of these sources that you're utilizing. Threads, LinkedIn posts, even YouTube videos. Now, when the AI crawls for that topic, it doesn't just find your blog. It finds your blog, your thread, and your LinkedIn post. Suddenly, you're not just one source, you're the consensus. Now let's switch from myths to a critical strategy. And this one's my favorite. What are your most valuable keywords? The high intent ones, right? Best, your product, alternative, competitors versus your product, competitor, pricing. We'll want to rank for those. Those are the keywords where people are ready to buy. But what if you could rank for just your competitor? Here's the hack. You need to build in-depth alternative pages. I'm talking about pages on your site titled the best 10 competitor alternative. And yes, you're going to list your competitors. You'll be objective, you'll be helpful, and you'll definitely include your own product as a number 1 option. Don't do this if you don't think your product is better than your competitors, because you're just gonna be lying. And here's why this is a GEO goldmine. I've seen it many times. When a user asks Perplexity or ChatGPT, what's the best tool for X? The AI loves to find these best of an alternative listing. It sees them as helpful comparative content. And the best part, even when the AI mentions your competitor, it will often cite your article as a source. Yes, you read that right. The AI will literally say some popular options are competitor A and competitor B, and the footnote, the source link, goes right to your website. You are literally and ethically stealing authority from your competitors by becoming the central hub of information for that topic. This next one might be the most important takeaway. We just talked about building alternative pages and syndicating content, but the real magic happens when you realize that the GEO blueprint isn't one size fits all. It changes. Here are 2 quick examples. First, non-English market. We're all fighting tooth and nail for English keywords. The competition is insane. But, and this is a huge but, AI models have a strong preference for native language content. If a user asks a question in Spanish, the AI would much rather cite a high-quality Spanish article than find an English one and translate it. And guess what? The competition for high-quality Spanish, French, German, or Portuguese content is tiny. Translating your core, alternative pages, and money posts into other languages isn't just a nice to have. It's an entire blue ocean strategy to dominate GEO in markets your competitors haven't even thought of. Second, backlinks still matter. Don't think for a second that this new GEO stuff means you can't ignore classic SEO. Let's be very clear on this one. GEO is built on top of classic SEO. The AI engines still use search indexes like Bing's and Google's to find and vet sources. This means all the boring stuff, on-page optimization and speed, and yes, high-quality backlinks is still the foundation. You can't build a GEO skyscraper on a weak foundation. You need both. Your classic SEO gives you the authority, and your GEO strategy, social syndication, alternate pages, tells the AI how to use that authority. So, what's the ultimate AI SEO blueprint? Well, the secret is it's a two-part strategy. The winners for this next wave aren't just doing SEO or social media, they're doing both with one goal: building consensus. They know that you can't just set it and forget it. You need to syndicate your content. They know that the best way to beat their competitors is to write about them, positioning themselves as the central, helpful authority. And they know that this is all built on a solid foundation of classic fundamental SEO. So let me know in the comments what surprised you the most about this. Are you going to try the alternatives page hack? And of course, if you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more marketing insights, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss on the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And automate your SEO at rebelgrowth.com.